Who is it now?
Company boss.
Morning, Corinthos. When I got forensics result this morning, I figured that Mr. Corinthos just has to be the first to know. You want to discuss this out here? Great job. Why don't we let Garcia here do the honors? I mean, I can't have all the fun.
Well, Sonny, that hair sample we took from you matches the hair found at the murder site.
The hell it did. I never stepped foot in that hospital morgue.
Not even to pick up those goods you so cleverly stored before you put that partner of yours away.
What the hell you trying to pull?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious what they're trying to pull, isn't it? You're trying to set him up. Again. The only difference is that this time I can prove it, so I really hope that you two are ready for some serious embarrassment to your department.
Ooh, she's a little fierce there, Corinthos. Please, elaborate.
Brenda, what are you talking about?
Remember, I told you when they asked you for that hair sample that they were going to try and set you up. The only problem is that the evidence that you have doesn't mean anything, because the little bit of hair that you found in that little envelope wasn't Sonny's. It was mine.
Excuse me?
Brenda, what the hell did you do?
I took a piece of my hair down to the station, and I substituted it for yours. So I dare you two to take him in on any charges.
You realize the penalty for tampering with evidence?
No, I don't. But I have a feeling it's probably not as bad as falsifying evidence by so-called law enforcement officials.
You know, I gotta admit, you are doing one fine job acting like you don't know about this, Corinthos.
He doesn't know anything about it. I did it all on my own. I'm sure he's probably furious with me about it, but you know what? I finally saw an opportunity to prove what you've been trying to do to him for this whole time, so I took it.
Well, I must admit that this is a very touching act. But I wouldn't go opening that bottle of champagne yet, because all you've managed to do is to make us do our work over and add a little to it. But you know, now I'm going to need another sample of hair from you, and now you too, little lady.
Whatever.
You know, if you're telling the truth, that is there hair in that envelope, you'd better have an alibi to where you were when Dorman died.
So why don't you go and get dressed? Garcia and I'll be glad to give you a lift down to the station.
So you're going to go all day long without saying one word to me?
What I have to say you don't want to hear.
Just yell at me. Go ahead. Do something. I mean, I don't even understand. Can you possibly ever forgive me for doing something to protect you?
Oh, I can forgive you eventually, although it was a stupid thing to do. What I can't figure out is why Jason went along
No. Don't even try and bring Jason into this. It's not his fault. I asked him to make a diversion. I was upset. I asked him to trust me.
You are a suspect now, Brenda. What's it going to take to get through to you? This isn't cops and robbers. Are you going to have to hear the cell door closing before...
Come on, Sonny, stop being so ridiculous. I have never even been near Dorman. So see, if I've never been near Dorman, that means there's no way they could possibly find my hair on him. It's a setup, again. See, and I called him on it.
Yeah, and did you notice that they were very upset? Now they got something to prove. They're going to just say, hey, you know what? Let's get Corinthos through his lady friend. You know... Look, come here. I love you, right? I don't want them hounding you for an alibi and evidence. Speaking of which, do you have one for when Dorman was killed? Can somebody testify where you were?
Okay, well, there must have been doctors, nurses, a lot of people who saw me on the 8th floor that day in the hospital. Honey, come on, I'm not worried about this. Let the cops make threats and do whatever they want. They can't prove anything, because there's nothing to prove. Come on. There never will be.
Well, at least we'll know now if Miss Barrett was lying about switching her hair with her boyfriends.
Why would she lie? I mean, just to buy some more time? For what? No, I'm inclined to think that, it really was Miss Barrett's hair. It matched the first time, it'll match again. As far as I'm concerned, this lovely lady is shaping up to be our prime suspect.
Listen, if you need to stay mad at me for a while, I understand, because I know you need time to do that, but don't be mad at Jason.
You know, I don't like to be mad at anybody. I just started out as a good day before Taggart and his crony showed up.
Well, let's just let it continue to be a good day, okay? Let's have fun tonight. I'm excited that we're gonna go somewhere in public together. You know, like a big event like that. Do you remember? Oh, do you remember the first time that you came to the nurses' ball? You bought that whole table just so you could be near me, and Edward almost had a heart attack.
Yeah. Well, mainly I can't think of the nurse's ball without thinking of Stone.
Yeah. Me too. You know what I like remembering the most about him? He always said that we belonged together. He was right.